we doing, Jam?
Good, and you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, how's your summer been?
Oh, it's been good. It's been good. Shooting hot.
Hot?
It's
Yeah.
hot, yeah.
I don't blame you. All right, cool. So tell me about this running back room that we got here.
You know, we all big, strong, physical. Not only that, fast. You know, Draylon Washington. You know, during the summer, you know, he ran, I believe it was like almost a 23. You know, miles per hour. So, you know, just having all that, and plus he's a big size person. You know, not only that, but all the other running backs. You know, we all fast, strong.
I believe you were one of the people that were leading the warm-ups during A-Day. Is the goal for you potentially to be captain this year?
You know, it would be nice if I was captain, but as of right now, I don't think nobody really knows who's going to be captain. I think that's a Coach DeBoer, you know, type of question.
Do you have any individual goals for this season?
You know, main goal is just winning a national championship. You know, doing each and everything that I can do for us to get there.
Is there a certain game you're looking forward to?
All of them. I'm ready for all the games.
All right. Awesome.
Jim, can you just talk about the camaraderie on this team? You know, this year going in, a lot of dudes decided to come back and, you know, have a similar mindset as you. You know, winning that national championship, getting back to that big stage. Can you just talk about the, you know, the togetherness, the cohesiveness of this roster, and, you know, what fans can look forward to when they see Alabama football on the field this month?
You know, all the guys, we all bought in. You know, some of the guys, they could have went to the draft, you know, but they decided to stay back because they know the job ain't finished. And we all know what we want is winning that national championship.
So you mentioned the running back room. I'm assuming it looks like you're going to be the lead guy. Would you have an idea as to who could be that second guy behind you?
I don't, but as of right now, all the guys are ready. So whoever come in, you know, they're going to be ready and they're going to know exactly what to do.
Is there a certain attribute of the game that you're kind of looking to improve? Maybe catching or blocking or running or?
All the games, really. You know, all the games.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. What wide receiver has really impressed you this offseason?
All of them, really, from the youngest to the oldest. You know, them guys are doing great. You know, catching ball, contesting catches. You know, just doing a whole lot of great things on the field.
There's obviously a left guard battle going on right now. Do you notice some differences with Cam Dewberry and Gino Vandermark when you're running?
You know, them guys, they competing every day. You know, they both doing great work on the field. You know, and you can just see it. You know, so whoever's in, you know, they go get the job done.
Wilkin Formby has made a lot of good strides this offseason from what we've heard. What have you really seen from him?
You know, he's gotten way better. You know, he's striving. You know, he's hungry. You know, he won it, and he's just working his tail off day in, day out.
Is there a certain game from last year or a certain team from last year where you're saying I'm ready to rematch them and have this really good game against them?
Of course, Georgia game,
right.
And not only that, Auburn. You know, Auburn always gonna be a great game.
Nice. Let's see. The Wisconsin game last year had an excellent game. They're coming back this time around. Are you looking to having a similar game like that?
Oh yeah, yes sir. You know, every game got to be great. You know, we got to put 10 toes down, no matter who it is.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes sir.
Jam, so many good running backs have come through this university. How do you feel about coming in and kind of making your mark? What's your mission this year?
You know, of course, we all know the guys that came in previously years. You know, Mark Ingram, Josh Jacob. You know, all them guys. And just me being a starting running back, you know, I gotta, you know, keep that same path going. You know, being great on the field, you know, and also off the field.
How do you do that? What's your mentality when it's an everyday thing, right?
Yes, sir. You know, you got to put in extra work. You know, you can't just be done when it's done. Sometimes you got to take time off yourself, you know, to build your craft for you to get better.
Obviously, Derrick Henry is like superhuman. but is there a guy that you model yourself after, that you model your work ethic after as well?
Mark Ingram, you know, watching some of his film when he was here, you know, he was a great back, you know, and just watching him, you know, I try to learn some of the things he do and also put it in my game.
And what were the things that he did, Jam?
You know, he was great at making people miss. You know, he being physical, you know, breaking arm tackles, breaking tackles, you know, just doing a whole lot of great things on the field.
How hungry is this team this year?
Oh, we're super hungry. You know, we all want that one goal, and that's winning a national championship.
What was the biggest takeaway from the
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. What was just talk about fall camp, just with the team on and off the field. How was that whole week?
You know, we've been striving. You know, we've been competing day in, day out. You know, trying to get better. You know, going against the best defense. You know, against the best offense. You know, just iron sharpen iron.
How have what about the new guys, the transfers? How have they been getting their feet wet on this team this year?
You know, they've been great. You know, they've been doing great things on the field. You know, we can see it. You know, and we're glad that we got them. You know, from the transfer portal because they're doing great things.
What's the chemistry like this year?
Oh, it's great. You know, we're building a big bond here on this field. You know, not only offense but also defense. You know, just hanging out with each other just to build that chemistry with each other.